All right. Good morning, y'all. Let's see if I can. If I can't flip this, I'll just have to do it by hand. Odd though. Good morning. I'm at the boat. It's a little hot and sweaty and whatnot, but we're expecting rain here pretty soon. I'm going to show you what the next step on the instrument panel was and show you the difficulties that I had here. If you take a look at the orientation of the instrument panel, this is the instruments, and this was the starter panel underneath that hole in the old boat. You see the old bracket still there. We'll come in a little closer and get on the deck here. This was completely covered by this splash guard, but not only that, there was no way to pull the splash guard up against the pedestal, so the pedestal's all the way forward. Now I'm considering moving the pedestal back aft, but I just don't know how I feel about that. The whole point of this exercise is to get this boat in the water, out of this place, and over to where I want to go. And yes, I'm filming on my camera, my phone, because I just don't trust the GoPro. Now here's the instrument panel that I had cut out of the pattern that I had, but I have a little problem. I didn't take into account all the measurements, and this instrument's sitting too low. And that means I either have to make another one of these, and I didn't bring the material or the hole saws or anything else with me, which outlines why I want to move the boat closer to the house, or cut this back just a little bit, right about this much, about 1/4 of an inch. I think I can get away with it because I'll have 1/4 to 1/8 of an inch at the bottom of the panel, and water should run off. I'm redoing this video, so I'm a little further ahead than I was last video, but like I said, I don't trust the GoPro. The rest of my time has been trying to get this old silicone off of here. Folks, silicone, seriously, Home Depot silicone is acid base and great for a house and all that other stuff. It does not work on a boat. Silicone in general doesn't work on boats. It has its place, but it won't stick to what it's supposed to stick to, and will stick to stuff it's not supposed to stick to, and will leak because it doesn't stick. Long story short, I'm going to use a small roll of butyl tape around here and in each one of these screws. It's pretty protected, but yeah, I'm not going to go to silicone. So that's what this is going to do. Then the other, once I get this in place, I'll run these these warning lights to the back of an old covered instrument panel that is right behind the electrics, right here. I'll just drill holes in there and put labels. And then, to extend the switches, which are down in here somewhere, the little rubber switches, I'm going to run wire around the bend inside the lazarette into this hole and do pretty much the same thing there. So I'll have engine heat, start and stop, electronic stop, instruments, warning lights, and inside I'll have a mechanical emergency stop to shut the motor down. Those of you not familiar with diesel engines, really the only thing that stops a diesel engine is no fuel or no air. In other words, they can run away. They can not stop, and they can run to alarming speeds and, well, just tear themselves to pieces. So it's always nice to have an emergency stop. Not a requirement, but hey, there's a switch on the machine. I'm going to hook a little rod to it. In fact, the old emergency stop here, I'm going to hook it to it and put it in the cabin. So that's what's on the agenda today, is getting this instrument panel installed, and that's one less thing to install these. You're going to have to do it with the engine later.